They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. 2nd down, Haskins. His throw incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now this matchup, an important one for Week 1, an NFC East bout right off the bat. These two teams have met twice a year since 1936, 168 meetings overall, and the Redskins lead the series, but the Eagles, they have won 4 straight against these Washington Redskins. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Running from the gun with Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Returnable here for Callaway. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's Geis. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Geis with a carry on second down. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's going to be a long day.
On second down, here's Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his first NFL reception, goes for 6 as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Eagles nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. 3rd down here.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Geis showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for first down.
Watch the twist.
Now a handoff as they run left side. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Check 53, don't get nervous. Back. Hey, switch gears. Check. Switch.
On 3rd down, Haskins, he'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Carson Wentz beginning his 4th NFL season here in this ball game, and the last 2 years he was not in the postseason with his teammates, including that Super Bowl run at Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis. Was limited to 13 games that year with the ACL injury. Last year, 11 games with back issues. But now Nick Foles, who took his spot, he's in Jacksonville, and all pressure and all eyes are on number 11 in 2019. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Callaway on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Haskins on third down. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The results for them so far not that great, but not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Snap coming at 1. Now wins. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 47-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Redskins.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Switch. Check pass.
Another try after the first down sack. Haskins. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. This will be caught inside the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis as the first half is winding down. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Get ready.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Now Wentz will keep it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. They run with Howard, and he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Howard. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he connects with Ertz. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 30. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. They go with Howard again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 43.
They'll run from the pistol with Howard. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Now Haskins. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. Give him 32 on the play. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down. Haskins now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Completes it to Coleman. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Check 56. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz completes it to Aguilar. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 52 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott good with a PAT. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Haskins to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 23 yards the pickup there. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another 1st, but he appears to be a few inches short. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
2nd and inches. At the Eagles' 38-yard line.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Check right. Check 52. Whip. Watch the whip. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Haskins will throw, and he finds the tight end, Reed. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 8 yards out. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
That's it. Big hit.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Aguilar has it. A very solid gain of 27. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
In your face.
Sunday.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. Watch the safety.
Sunday.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left and no good.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Third down, here's Geis. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They go with Howard to begin the drive. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 39, Wentz. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to let it fly. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Howard. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And partner, I must say, good.